All right, here we are, and this week I have, looking lovely in yellow, it is Seeva. Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
I am very good, very good. How's your day been?
It's been good, thanks. I mean, everything's opened up a bit today, which
Yeah,
feels very strange and odd,
yeah.
but it's also freezing. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
typical. I'd kind of forgotten that was happening today as well. I was like, oh yeah, that's this moment.
Surreal.
So, where do we find you currently?
I'm currently in East London,
Lovely.
which has been really nice for kind of lockdown, I think, because it's been quiet. It's usually really busy. So it's been nice to enjoy it without hordes of people everywhere.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah,
good.
absolutely. And is this where you've been recording all of your music then in this last while?
Recently, yes. I moved here in August, and
Okay.
before that, so my album that came out last year that was recorded at my parents' place during lockdown. Um, so it's been a bit of a it's been quite a year. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Well, so it was during lockdown last year when I was up in Scotland that I first discovered your music, and I was driving around in my mum's car in the Scottish hills, listening to your music, which is a very nice experience. A very nice way to listen to it as well.
Oh, that
It
sounds
was the
amazing.
perfect soundtrack to some Scottish countryside. So,
Oh, amazing. So glad to hear that.
yeah,
So
no,
happy.
totally. So, do you have you been able to do any of your stuff live since then, or
Oh gosh, no,
no?
not at all. It's really strange actually, because for the first time I'm starting to think about gigs,
Hmm.
and none of none of this music that I've released in the past year has ever been played live.
It's so funny.
Me standing, by my mic, my good old trusty
Hmm.
colleague over here, singing into there, and that's been it. So I'm so excited to play live.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Is there any nerves in there as well? Getting out live, or are you comfortable?
You know what it is? I think it's actually going to be more about being in front or being with that many people.
Yeah.
I just don't really know how to feel about being in a room with that. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to feel. I can't even imagine it at this point. I feel
Yeah.
like it's been so long.
Mm.
But equally excited as I am nervous.
It will all come flooding back, I'm sure. Have you got
I'm
stuff
sure.
like have you got gigs booked in then, or is it still pending?
Nothing live yet. I think because I didn't actually have any gigs planned last year because well, long story short, I'd sort of decided to give up on music, funnily enough,
Oh,
before I put the album out, before I started writing it anyway. So I hadn't booked any gigs, and I think this year a lot of the gigs that are happening are ones that have been postponed and delayed, and people have had them cancelled. So people have had to rebook a lot, and so there's not much space for new gigs to be put on. But fingers crossed.
oh yeah, fingers crossed. So what made you decide not to give up?
It, you know, I actually I think it was I kind of first started doing music a bit more. I don't want to say professionally, but I was sort of in and out of studios from the age of 15 or so, and I
Okay.
started my first deal when I was 15, and it sort of it kind of been one thing after another. It just hadn't worked in my favor, and I think I just started to get a little bit jaded.
Mm,
Um, and I think the moment I decided to actually just, you know what, I'm just not even going to focus on trying to please anyone. I'm not going to focus on trying to get a deal or try to um, make music that other people will like. I'm just going to, do music that I like. And if it's not a career, then fine. Actually, that's okay. That's when all of it really started happening for me, which is, you know, find the way the universe works, I
yeah,
guess.
no, that's funny, isn't it? And I guess like yeah, and learning about all the different parts that you can have to do yourself as well. And like it's but I guess you have much more control than if you'd handed it over to somebody else to kind of manage it all. So
Absolutely. It's been really nice to be able to do it myself and be able to control the visuals and the way it sounds. And I wrote, recorded, produced it from my bedroom,
yeah,
which is so much fun.
yeah, that's great. And yeah, that's like these tools are amazing. That it's all possible now, right? I mean, I think that's
Yeah.
the only way that is possible in this last year. But
I know it's weird. When I first put my album out, it was a novelty to have
yeah,
said, "Oh, I recorded this in lockdown," and now it's like that's the only
yeah,
way to record music. Yeah.
yeah. No, it's really funny. So what? So you're involved in. So you do all the producing as well. Like, so what is your process then from kind of idea to finished project?
I like to start my songs with a beat usually. So I'll start with a beat or instrumentals or get some sort of nice sounding keyboard or synth, something together and start making what sounds like a track. Then I'll usually do melody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'll always do a melody and a track with a subject in mind. I'll sort of have a think in my head about what I want to write about, and then I'll go into the instrumental. And lyrics usually come last for me.
Okay.
But not to say they're not important. I think I work best when I have a melody, and it's like, oh, if it's something catchy.
Yeah.
I was taught in uni by an amazing lecturer. He said the melody you should be able to sing it like a kid in a playground.
Okay.
And I was like, sing it to la. You should be able to just sing it to la, because that's what people remember. Like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
that song that goes la 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 la. So I'm like melody first and then lyrics for me.
There you go. That's good. Yeah. I always got to get the strong melody in. I think that's important. So what did you study then? Was it music that you were doing?
Yeah, I went to BIM, the British and Irish Music Institute,
Nice.
something like that, down in Brighton. And I was there for a couple of years, which was, I've met so many people from there, and just to get to actually learn the kind of inside of the music industry and the law side of it as well. That was really important for me.
Oh, nice. And so are you full-time in music at the moment, or do you have other things as well?
I am currently. I've been doing a lot of composition stuff and production work, which has been nice. I think with music, it's very much a see how it goes kind of thing. So I don't know if it'll be like that forever, but it's been nice to be able to just focus on that for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. And do you see yourself continuing to be then like an independent artist?
It's a tricky question because I definitely want to be able to have some sort of creative control, but it's about balancing budget and doors being opened. And I love being an independent artist, but I do think, if the opportunity ever presented itself to me, I would be interested.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just put it that way.
Just putting that call out there.
Fund my music,
Yeah.
please. Give me money.
So ideally, you just want a bunch of money, and then you can just do your own thing as well.
Yeah, I'm sure that's something like that exists. Maybe
That's how it works, right? So we're going to hear a couple of songs from you on the show. So tell us a little bit about the first one. So this is "Would You Lie to Me," which is your most recent release. Is that right?
Yeah. So this song was on my album, and it's the track that I didn't really appreciate at the time, and that now people have sort of said to me, what are you going to do with this song? So I'm trying to give it a bit of love. But this song was very like standard for me in terms of writing. Like it was very much the beat, and then I sort of thought it would be interesting. When I was writing it, I was coming out of a relationship, and towards the end of relationship, I think both of us were in a little bit of denial about the fact that it was falling apart, and we were just like, let's just hold on to each other and tell each other that it's all going to be okay, and keep on with it and pretend like just put up a facade. So that's what this song's about.
Okay, nice. And this is a remix of it, is that right?
No,
Or
this one's the original.
this is the original one. Great. Original and best. Okay. Cool.
OG.
Excellent. Okay. Question about the behind that song. Do you think it's better as a songwriter to be in love or heartbroken? What is a better state to be in?
In love or heart? Okay, I will put it this way. I'm not good at writing love songs. I'm really not good at writing love songs. Not happy love songs anyway. If I've written a love song in the past, it's always been tinted with heartbreak, always. Or like some sort of sadness. I can be in love, but I have to be sad about it.
Okay, cool.
Basically.
So a devastation, and then songs come out.
There we go. Easy.
Good. I mean, that's what I thought. I just wanted you to confirm that. And so you're going to be doing a live stream gig as well. So when this comes out, you will have done that live stream. But we're going to hear something from that as well. But yeah, tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing.
So it was really exciting opportunity. I got asked by the Boiler Room down in Guildford, which is only like 15 minutes away from where my parents are and where I lived during my teen years. So it was really nice to be asked, and it's going to be like a sort of, I mean, I'm told it's going to be like a 360 live stream on YouTube, and it'll be up afterwards, so people can go and stream it if they when this comes out.
Yep.
But we've put together a little set of songs from the album, and me and Miles, my drummer, he's just a whiz with live stuff. So
nice.
Should be special. I'm excited.
That's cool. I wonder if is this something that venue is going to continue even when face-to-face gigs happen again, or?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think the whole premise of it is that they want to do one a month until gigs supposedly happen again and social distancing supposedly stops. So I think they'll be doing it until it finishes. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, there's lots to be said for the live stream stuff as well. When it's done well, and the fact that anybody in the world, whatever time zone, can be tuning in and watching, and it just opens some other doors to audiences, I guess, which is quite cool.
And it must be so nice, no matter where you are, if you live somewhere a bit more remote, or, artists they physically can't tour everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's great to be able to tune into these artists, even if, literally no matter where you are. It's great.
And thinking of real life gigs, what's your kind of ideal gig scenario? Is it like a massive big stage? Is it a bit more of an intimate affair?
You know what, the new music I've been writing, I've just pictured in my head Wembley Stadium every time.
Great.
I know, listen, I sound absurd, but Wembley Stadium, I'm gonna manifest it.
Yes.
I think I love it big. I love performing really kind of, I like the sounds of the live stuff to be quite big.
Yeah.
But I do love the odd piano gig every now and then, just kind of sitting down and paring everything back. It depends on the situation.
Depends. Do you have two different outfits for each of those scenarios?
Oh, I'm just as extra in both.
Excellent. And what inspires you in terms of kind of other artists or performers or?
Ooh, I mean, I for a long time only listened to sort of current music. When I was growing up, it would be very much like Radio 1 and Capital FM. It wouldn't be too much of like older stuff. But now I've been listening to a lot of the stuff inspiring me is kind of Prince and George Michael and Queen, like Freddie Mercury, all of those iconic like performers.
Yeah.
Just it's all encompassing. It's like the fashion, it's the performance, it's the songwriting, it's just everything. So that's what's really inspiring me at the moment.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, pulling all those different bits into one.
Yeah. Love it.
Do you have people that work in your kind of visuals with you, or is that something that you can create yourself?
At the moment, it's sort of something I direct a lot. My amazing friend Faye Dickinson, she's helped a lot with my visuals. But otherwise, hopefully going forward, there's some exciting things coming in collaboration with other people. But I love to, especially when it comes to like the outfits and stuff, I love styling it, and I love getting my hands in with all of that stuff.
Yeah, great. Why not? That's the fun bit of it as well. I don't know. I find that's you can kind of focus on the music, and then when you start to look at all the other bits, it's like that's when you can kind of just go a bit more wild.
Exactly.
Have some fun with it, which is quite nice. Well, that's cool. Can you give us any information on some of these collaborations or projects that are upcoming? Or are you allowed?
Keep an eye out for later in the summer, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Mysterious. Keep an eye out for the summer.
Keep an eye out.
We'll find you somewhere doing something in the summer.
Hopefully.
Yeah, right. Fingers crossed. That's cool. Very exciting. Is there any more? Is that part of like a music thing that's coming out, or do you have more songs that you know are on their way?
Yeah, it's all music. So it's sort of the We Need to Talk kind of project is all wrapped up now, and I spent the past few months working on sort of what I wanted to do next. So that's what's gonna start to unfold later in the year, which would be nice.
Great. Well, I'm very excited to see it all unfold.
Thank you. Me too. I can't wait.
Amazing. Well, all the best with the live stream gig too. It'll be a pleasure to play it at the other side.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to chat to me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Honestly, it's so nice to chat to you.
Oh, absolute pleasure. So, look forward to seeing you somewhere in at Wembley. I'll see you at Wembley.
See you at Wembley. I'll get you back on stage.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Remember me. All right, Seeva. Thank you so much.
Thank you.